Okay, so picking up right where we left off last time.
Right, we were just leaving Jupiter's heaven.
Yeah, looking at that really powerful image of the imperial eagle, divine justice, but kind of mysterious too.
Definitely mysterious. Justice on a scale that's, well, often hard for us to fully grasp,
Hmm.
reminds you there's always more complexity.
Absolutely. And for this deep dive, our 88th exploration, actually.
Oh, 88 already.
Yeah, we're pushing further now, ascending into Canto 21 of Paradiso.
Which means we're entering the seventh heaven, the sphere of Saturn.
The realm of contemplation, right,
But
traditionally.
deep thought, spiritual reflection. That's the theme here.
And our goal, like always, is to try and pull something genuinely useful out of this, something maybe you can connect with, apply to your own journey.
To find those insights, those lessons tucked away in these lines from centuries ago.
So first impressions. Stepping into Saturn, what does Dante see?
It's immediately striking. There's this incredible golden ladder,
Mm.
just stretching up seemingly forever.
Ah, Jacob's ladder.
Yes, but re-envisioned here in Paradiso. It's a potent symbol. Represents that path of contemplative ascent, the way the soul climbs towards God.
Through things like prayer, meditation.
Exactly, those kinds of practices. But what's really interesting is what you see on the ladder,
Okay.
spirits. And they're not just going up. You see them ascending and descending.
So it's not just a one-way trip to enlightenment.
Seems not. That up and down movement suggests something more dynamic. Maybe ascending for insight, for light, and then descending to, I don't know, share it, bring it back.
Interesting. And who does Dante meet among these contemplative spirits?
He encounters this really key figure here, Pier Damiani.
Right, the historical figure, an 11th century reformer.
That's him. Lived this intensely focused life of prayer and discipline in a monastery. Very dedicated.
But he's not just quietly meditating up there, is he?
Oh, definitely not. He delivers a very sharp message, a really strong critique of the corruption and luxury he saw among the clergy of his own time.
So he contrasts their sort of worldly focus with the spiritual life they should be living.
Precisely. Humility, dedication versus, well, something else entirely.
And how does that go down with the other spirits?
It's powerful. His denunciation is followed by this huge, almost deafening cry of indignation from all the other spirits there.
Wow. So even these highly contemplative souls react strongly to failures back on Earth.
It implies that contemplation doesn't mean disconnection from morality or justice. There's a fierce link there.
And wasn't there that detail about Beatrice? She doesn't smile here.
Right. And the reason's fascinating. She explains her smile, her beauty, at this higher level, would simply be too much for Dante.
Too intense.
Yeah, like it could overwhelm him, maybe even destroy him, like Semele seeing Jupiter in his true form. It's another reminder of human limits facing the divine and how you grow into it gradually.
You have to be ready for that increasing intensity.
Good point.
Mm.
And didn't Pier Damiani also correct his name or something? He did. A small historical note. He clarifies that while some called him Pietro Peccatore, Peter the Sinner, he was actually Pier Damiani. Shows Dante's attention to detail, grounding it in real lives.
Okay, so we've got the ladder, the reformer's critique, the spirit's cry, Beatrice's intense beauty. What's the takeaway? What can we actually use from Canto 21 for our own lives?
Well, I think that latter image is just fundamental. It screams the value of contemplation, doesn't it?
Yeah, taking time for that inner work.
But it's active. They're moving on the ladder. It suggests real spiritual ascent requires discipline, effort, like actually climbing.
Oh, it's not just passive thinking, it's a practice.
Exactly. Then you have Pier Damiani. His presence forces us to see that true spirituality includes moral courage.
The willingness to speak out.
Yes, speaking out against corruption, even within powerful institutions. Contemplation doesn't mean hiding from the world's mess. It should, perhaps, equip you to face it.
So it's not just about personal purity, it's about engaging with injustice.
Right. Which connects straight back to that ladder, the spirits going up and down. That suggests the balance between contemplation and action.
Ascend for insight, descend to apply it.
That's how it looks. You gain light, understanding, then you bring it back to illuminate the world. We need that balance in our lives too, right? Inner work informing how we act outwardly.
So not just one or the other, both withdrawal and engagement.
And Pier Damiani's own simple life, which he holds up against the luxury he condemns, that points to humility.
True spiritual value isn't about status or stuff.
Often found in simplicity, detachment. A tough lesson, maybe, but timeless.
And finally, that huge cry from the spirits.
Yeah, that tells us something about the responsibility of speech. Sometimes, when faced with serious wrong, silence isn't the answer.
The contemplative needs to find their voice.
Find that prophetic voice, yeah. Speak truth, even when it's hard.
So, Canto 21, it's not just about silent retreat at all. It's about disciplined inner work, fueling courageous action and truth-telling.
Absolutely. These are profound lessons, I think, very relevant to the challenges you face in your own life journey.
It shows that the path involves both going deep within and coming back out. Empowered.
A lot to chew on from just one canto, one sphere.
Definitely. So we've pulled out some key lessons from Canto 21 of Paradiso about balancing reflection and action, about speaking truth.
And maybe a final thought for you as you consider your own path right now,
Go on.
which feels more challenging for you. That quiet, disciplined descent of inner work, of contemplation, or the descent back into the world to act, to speak what needs to be said.
That's a really good question to ponder.
Something to think about.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive into Canto 21, an amazing stop on the journey.
It really was. Looking forward to seeing where we head next time.